So hi everybody, my name is Alba Butler. I'm super excited to be here with y'all. This is my this is my jam. Like this is the thing that I love. I love to know the mindset and I love to know my own mindset. And I love for you ladies and gentlemen who's about to jump in to know your own mindset about what it is that's stopping you and why you feel like every time you hit a bump in the road that you have to automatically stop, right? Like it's like throwing in the towel automatically. Like it's not working. It didn't work. I couldn't do it. You're doing so good for a whole week. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, shoot, I messed up. Let's throw it all out the window. And then we take like 2, 3 weeks to get back into the rhythm. And then we decide, oh, I'm going to give it a shot again, right? So, but first of all, I get to share with you guys. Um, Let me see. I'm gonna share. So y'all know that my wifey and I are your coaches. This is who we are. I started this over 14 years ago with the intention of just wanting to get myself better. And I ended up being able to help some of my friends and some of my family and just kept going for 14 years. And now this is all I do for a living. And now I'm here talking to y'all about the mindset and what it takes, right? And sometimes it just takes a reset. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to start all over. Before we do that, we always want to stack the win, okay? Stacking the win is super important because we forget sometimes that we are doing so good, right? But we always have like this mentality of we could do better. But when we take a second to just acknowledge what we did well and applaud ourselves for it, we keep stacking them, right? We keep stacking them and stacking them. And what that does is it builds self-confidence. And I'll go over self-confidence. I mean, self-trust in just a little bit. But for right now, I would love for some of y'all to share your wins for this week, for this past challenge. Let's keep it as far as like health and nutrition or something within the challenge. Something that you've overcame, a new result.
I was able to do leg raises without stopping for 40 seconds or 40
Heck,
minutes. No, 40 seconds.
that is a deal. I remember that feeling. Good congratulations, Cara. Put some fire in the chat for Cara, everybody. That's building endurance, that's building stamina, that's building strength. Hey, Liz, you made it. Thank you, Kara, for being so is it Kara or Kara?
It's either or. It's a conversation between my parents. They didn't know which to name me, so
I love it. What do you prefer?
it doesn't matter. Car is fine. Care.
Okay. Okay. I like Kara. Sounds Kara. All right. Who else? Somebody share a win. I invite you to celebrate yourself. This is the space. You're in the environment.
Um, can
Go
I
ahead.
share?
Huh?
May I share?
Yes.
Um, Earlier this week, I started going back to the gym and running, similar to how I used to run, which I didn't think I could do anymore.
Yes, that is huge, girl. Taking steps forward, taking responsibility, and knowing that you're able to, it all starts with your action, and that's a big deal. Congratulations. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. This is the space. This is your space to share your win and be celebrated. You can type it in the chat if you feel, but your voice matters a lot. This is something
I
that I would
know.
like for us to take on in 2025 is speak up and use your voice and be heard. Okay. Go ahead, Majine.
What I would like to share is I'm happy that I came back again in the challenge. And you can see my face. I'm happy because when I stopped taking the products, I hate when my face is puffy, so it's getting better. I like that, and I'm healthy. That's all I will say. I'm happy. Everything is good.
Yes. Give it up for Majine. Fire in the chat. Applause. Because we deserve to be celebrated. Okay. Good job, Majine, for taking a stand for yourself and coming back and being surrounded with people who just want to see you win. And then somebody had put in the chat that they were able to do 10 pull-ups. Mr. Gaddis, is that the son or is that Dennis?
It's the sun.
It's the son. Good job, bro. That is amazing. 10 pull-ups is a lot. So if you can imagine carrying your body weight, right, up 10 times, that's pretty powerful. Congratulations. Let's put some
Thank you.
chat. Miss Alicia said, I'm walking around a lot more, which helps me with my hips issues. So Alicia's a conqueror because she keeps moving no matter what issue she has going on in her life. And she's had some big bumps in the road. So congratulations, Alicia. Kaden said, I feel able to run longer distances without feeling as winded, and I've managed to gain a couple of pounds of muscle and weight. Congratulations, Kaden. If you would have seen Kaden when he first started and now the definition that he has and the weight that he's putting on, I can see it every time I see it every week. Congratulations, Kaden. Way to go. Definitely not an easy thing, right? Yes, yes. All right. Congratulations, everybody. I'm so proud of you. What we're doing is something that takes one day at a time, and one day at a time sometimes seems like forever, but all you got is one day at a time. Okay. So might as well invest into yourself and create the opportunity for yourself. Okay. All right. Anybody else want to share before?
Me.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so I used to have really bad body dysmorphia. Like no matter how well I was doing or not well, I just still had the same feeling about what I saw in the mirror. It didn't change. And so I see that going away. You know, I could actually like just enjoy myself and love myself. And what I noticed has helped me to do that is just to celebrate little wins, to celebrate the little win. Like I drank enough water today, or I ate what I needed to eat today, and or I had my 2 shakes. So just celebrating wins has helped me to just be confident in myself no matter how I look.
Yes. Stack up the wins. Congratulations, babe. Defeating body dysmorphia. And I don't mean it goes away. I mean, she's able to see what she sees and sees beautiful, right? So congratulations, babe. I'm very proud of you. And I've witnessed it from the beginning, so I really am proud of her and what she's accomplished in her journey. Very, very proud of you. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so what I would love is if I could share with a space of honesty and what's in my heart and what I'm thinking. Would you all be open to me just sharing from my heart and being honest? Can I get a 1 in the chat? If you're not speaking up, just need to know that everybody is open. Okay. And what I also would love is a conversation with you guys. So I'm going to share some stuff, just screenshot it. And also I'm going to ask a few questions. So I would love a couple of you, a few of you to just answer and answer honestly. Okay. Just know we are being recorded. So make sure that it's something that you are willing to share. And this does get passed on to the people who aren't able to jump on right now. So here we go. Okay, so as you can see, as I said before, this call is about the reset. Okay, so what's a reset mean? So what I found was that the reset is to start fresh. A reset is a chance to begin again with clarity, intention, and renewed energy. Okay, that's one way. Second way to look at it is to realign. It's about shifting your mindset habits and your priorities to match your goals and your values. What does that even mean? Your goals and your values, right? So I'm gonna say right here, I'm gonna interrupt right here, okay? So I did not grow up in a house where I was taught goals and values. Okay. We just kind of I was taught you work, you pay your bills, you put food on the table, and you do it all over again every day. No complaining, no emotions, no expressing. You just get to it, right? So when it comes to setting your goals and your values, to me, when that would come up in a conversation, it was so confusing because I was like, what does that even mean? Your goals and your values. So to just make it something that's short and sweet, a goal is something that you think about and you're not quite sure how to achieve it, but you're willing to focus on it enough that you're going to create a plan for it. Okay, that's the way I can share a goal. It's something that you're willing to take the time to think about and create a plan for it. Your values are who you are. So who you are is something that you get to discover for yourself. Okay, I don't think that I believe that values are in you already. You just have to learn what's you and what has been passed down to you. I believe that you already have it in you. You just need to take the time to learn to get to know yourself. Because along our journey, we learn so many habits and things from people that raised us. And I'm not going to say parents because we all weren't raised by our parents. I was, but by my mom, but not both. Like I said, I'm going to be truly honest and I'm going to be open in how I speak. But some of us were raised in foster care and some of us were raised by our grandparents. And some of us, so when I say like our mom and dad, that's what I say, our parents. Yes, that's the right word. I was right. Um, we are passed on these ways of thinking when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to eating, when it comes to self-respect to our body, when it comes to the way that we think of ourselves and look at ourselves. Like we don't think about these things, but I want you to know that if you have children or if you're planning on having children, your kids don't ever have to see you do what your parents did. Right? So my mom was very outspoken and vocal. She's a full-on Mexicana, right? She's outspoken and vocal about what she thinks is good and what she don't think is good, okay? And that's something, unfortunately, that I learned a little later in my son's life that I didn't have to share, that I didn't have to pass on. But I heard it in a way that was so touching. Um, it was it was so I go to AA, okay? And so I had a friend and they were struggling and they went with me and somebody told them, they said, "Do you know that your daughter doesn't ever have to see you drunk? She will never know that version of you because she was just a baby." So I share that with you in whatever habit that you carry, your children can get to know a part of you that they can fall in love with again. If you're already older, then they can always get to know you again. Or if they're babies, they don't ever have to know that part of you. They may hear about it, but they don't ever have to know you as that, if that makes sense. So right now I'm saying is the decision that you make that you can get to create what it is, like your surroundings, your values, okay? Like I said, I go deep. If you guys have any questions, you can ask at the end. So to release and rebuild, letting go of what no longer serves you and creating space for growth. Please take a screenshot of this. Balance and transformation. A reset is not about failure. It's about recalibrating, and stepping into your next level. So here's the first question. What does a reset mean for you right now? Who wants to share? Am I froze? Okay. Who wants to share? What does a reset mean for you right now?
I'll go.
Go ahead. Go, Kaden, first. Oh, I don't know. I didn't see Julie. Kaden, you want to go?
I'll wait.
Okay. Julie, go ahead.
So a reset for me right now is getting back to the basics, as far as uh, with my nutrition, stop eating the junk, uh, stop eating my emotions, and just focus on my nutrition, getting my 2 shakes a day, which here's number 2, drinking my gallon of water, making sure that I'm listening to my personal development or reading daily. Uh, Still not cleared to work out, so it's just doing what I can to get healthy and be there for my boys. And yeah.
Thank you for sharing. I believe in you, Julie. All right. Kaden, do you want to share?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
So essentially along the same lines, trying to reprioritize what I'm eating. So cutting out different foods entirely. And then the foods that I do still choose to eat, kind of reprioritizing, what it's sourced from, where I'm getting it, like eggs, for example, instead of just buying regular eggs, trying to search for, like non-caged, free roam eggs, stuff like that. Um, Cutting out food dyes and high fructose corn syrup. Just a whole bunch of different nasty stuff, and really focusing on making that transition. It's not going to happen overnight, but just a long-term goal that currently trying to work on.
Wow. That's a big goal. I love it. Majine.
My reset for this year, and I want to keep it along the way, is to keep working out until the end of the year. Do not stop.
All right. I believe in you, Majine.
Thank you.
Okay, and so Miss Janelle. Janelle said being able to acknowledge both my wins as well as my losses daily. Embracing that every day I begin new. That's the reset. All righty. Thank you guys for sharing. So powerful. And like you heard, everybody's reset is different. That's why it's important to not compare ever. Ever, 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 ever. Everybody is on a different journey. You just heard it, okay? Everybody's reset was totally different. But here's the fun part, okay? Everybody's reset brings an emotion and a feeling that are probably similar to what you are feeling or you're experiencing. So to think that they're better or they're better, no, everybody starts at almost at a same at a same, it's just different. It's just different ways of thinking of it. Our perspectives change, but we're all the same. Okay? We're all going through um this journey of health and nutrition and experiencing things that probably, that's why people can give advice because they've experienced it. May not quite like you, but they can share and it'll probably get you through that slump. So we cannot compare, okay? That's number one. When you reset, don't ever compare to, oh, they're doing better. Oh, they're doing better. I'm doing better than them. Even that one, I'm doing better than them. No, like you have to stay focused on who you are. If you look at somebody to the right or to the left, this is what I want you to do. If you do have that habit of comparing, start to use it as a way to fuel you to see what's possible. What's possible, not as a comparison of whether you're doing better or doing worse, okay? Because those things don't even exist. Doing better or even worse. And I can go into that in a deeper conversation, why I say that there's no such thing. But just remember that, okay? No comparing. If you're going to compare, only use it to see it as a, oh, that's a possibility for me too. Might not be the same journey, but it's a possibility. If girl lost 5 pounds and gained some weight in her booty, it's a possibility. If a guy gained some muscle in his upper body and got a bigger chest and bigger legs, it's a possibility, right? It's just all possibilities, okay? Making sure that we step into this final week with the mindset of we're not comparing, we're encouraging, and we definitely are inspired by one another. Okay. There's a reason why I'm sharing this because we're stepping into that third week. And I know that that brain gets a little funky sometimes when it comes to, am I doing good enough? Am I doing this? And then we step into this whole role that when comparison happens, we start then to allow ourselves to back off a little because what does it matter? Right? Oh, it's not going the way I want to. So why it matters a lot. It matters a lot because you have worked so far. So it doesn't even matter if you decided that you were gonna detour and you came back, you detour and you came back. The fact is that you came back. That's all that matters. Okay. So we're on this path, okay, but we're all having different experiences. And I need you to shake it off. Whatever you feel that you have failed at or you have not completed, I need you to shake it off and say, this third week, I'm going to finish strong because that's who you are. That's just who we are as a team. We finish strong. We don't have quitters up in here. No, sir. No, ma'am. So make sure you take a screenshot of that. All righty. So focus, okay, on progress, not perfection. So here's some questions. I need you to screenshot this too, okay? And I need you to answer these questions on your own. After this call, during this call, if you want to sit in and think about it, like what daily habits am I currently practicing that support or sabotage my physical and mental well-being? What daily habits am I currently practicing that support or sabotage my physical and mental well-being? Second question, how do I want to feel in my body and my mind? And what shifts do I need to make to align with that vision? How do I need to feel in my body and my mind? And what shifts do I need to make to align with that vision? If I truly valued my health and my mindset, what would I start doing differently? If I truly valued my health and my mindset, what would I start doing differently? Okay. So let's answer the third question. If I truly valued my health and my mindset, what would I start doing differently? Okay. If I truly valued my health and my mindset, what would I start doing differently? I know for me, it's going to be not eating fake sugar. That's the number one thing for me, okay? Because I'm okay, like I've learned to transition my fake sugar to like fruit sugar, okay? Because I'm not gonna say that I don't like sugar. I love sugar. And it's the fruit. Like that's one of the biggest things that I have gifted myself is learning to eat tons of fruit instead of tons of sweet. But I can see myself backtracking. Why? Because it tastes good. And you know why it tastes so good? Because they spend millions and billions of dollars to satisfy your taste buds, your senses, and the way that it makes you feel. Did you guys know that?
Can I actually add a little something onto that?
Yeah, go ahead.
So it was actually cigarette companies that whenever they started to have a decline in their sales, that they transitioned to the food industry and they bought out a whole bunch of companies and they figured out different I guess chemicals and different flavorings and stuff like that to make you addicted to food.
Wow.
So just a little something.
Thank you for that. So just know that when you're going out, and I'm not saying, okay, I'm not saying don't ever go out to eat. I'm saying there's a reason why you can't just have one. Okay? There's a reason why when you take a bite of something that is I'm gonna say fast food. I know for me, it's popcorn. Okay. You have like this empty feeling inside, like you can't satisfy it because your body is looking for the nutrition in that food, but there's nothing there. So it's like it wants more and more and more. When I eat popcorn, I have to eat like an orange with it, or else it's not like satisfying at all. Like I can't get enough popcorn. So that's me. That was I would love for someone to share and answer the question. I already forgot it, but let me look it up again. Um, if I truly valued my health and mindset, what would I start doing differently today?
My sleeping habit.
Sleeping habits?
hmm I tend to sleep late even though I have an alarm. I'll just don't worry about it, just do my thing and then go to bed late. I need to get more sleep.
Thank you for sharing, Majine. Sleepy. Get that. If I truly valued my health and mindset, what would I start doing differently today?
Uh, for me, it would be making excuses not to go on my daily walks. Like I would say something along the lines of like, well, I already worked out today, so I don't need to do my daily walk. And usually I go on my walks to just try to clear my mind so I can reset for the next day. But there's some days that I'm like, I just don't feel like it because I always try to make an excuse for it.
Hmm, I like that. Now you know. Anybody else? One more? If I stop, okay, I'm gonna read it. A list. Oh, there's a few. Being able to acknowledge both my wins as well. Oh, we read that one. Ooh, thank you, Kaden. Kaden said, very wise. Your best won't be the same yesterday as it will be today or tomorrow. But every day, give the best that you are capable for the day that day. I think he said that to Miss Janelle. Oh, how sweet. Me too, girl. We got this. Alicia said, I love everyone's openness. Miss Lovely said, knocking off these last 30 pounds of fat um, by graduation, by taking control of my mindset and eliminating stress eating, sticking to my meal plan, meal prepping, sticking with my workout program, especially right now in one of my most stressful times. Yes, Lovely. You could do this.
That
As
was a lot, guys. Sorry.
no, as dedicated as you are to your schooling and your kids, Mama, you got to make yourself a priority.
Yes, true that, true that. Especially in times like this when I'm like down and out sick. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yes.
Prioritizing.
I bet you still ran in a marathon.
Right. Don't challenge now.
No, no. All right. Alicia says what Julie said, staying out of my head, getting out of my head. Wait, where did I miss that? Getting out of my head, it's something that takes time for sure, but man, it's so frustrating. I get that. I'm sitting there arguing with myself just a little bit ago doing my hair. Mama, who the heck are you arguing with? There's nobody in this freaking room with you. And Mr. Gaddis said, yeah, I do the same. And then Alyssa said, stop thinking about myself in a negative light. Yes, ma'am. Walk outside with my head high. Yes, girl. Janelle said, less worry, more rest and sleep. Right? Because the problem's still going to be there tomorrow when you go to sleep and when you wake up until you create a solution for it. Even with the best diet and adequate rest, worry can and will raise cortisol and weaken the immune system. That's true. Facts stated. Okay. All righty. All right. Thank you for sharing, guys. I'm doing this so we all know that we're not alone. Okay. We ain't alone in this journey. All right. Next, forming habits. Woo! I love this one. Okay. This is what changes lives. This is what saves lives. Okay. Forming habits. Make sure that you screenshot that. There's five things that can change your whole entire life, the direction of your life. Move your body, read something, listen, write, and feed your body. Okay. 5 habits. Move your body, read, listen, write, and feed your body. Okay. So I believe that those 5 things can change your whole life. Everything. And many of us, well, maybe a few, have a habit or ritual already set in the morning or the evening so that it hits all of those. Working out, moving your body, reading something short. It doesn't even have to be like a whole page or chapter to start. Listening to audibles, podcasts. I'm not talking about listening to some crazy music. I'm talking about listening to something that's going to help you grow your mindset, that's going to help you expand and change your perception. Perception is everything, okay? The way that you perceive the world outside and the way that you look in the mirror and you perceive yourself is everything. If you could look in the mirror and perceive yourself as the woman or the man that is powerful, strong, influential, successful, and then look at the world as your opportunity, that everything is set up for you to win, that no matter what, if it goes the way you think it should, it is the biggest opportunity of growth to set you up for what you're asking for it, you will be unstoppable, okay? But we have to get in the routine and the habit of it. So when we reset, this used to be me, okay? I'm gonna reset and I'm gonna go buy me a combination plate. And then I'm gonna go home and binge on some crazy episodes of murder. And I'm gonna fall asleep to it and act like I'm not gonna wake up stressed. Like, guys, reset means doing something that is going to actually change your perception of life, that is going to give value and is going to pour into you to help you create a solution for whatever is in front of you. So reset, right? And here's a simple thing. You could make these things 5 minutes each. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's less than 30 minutes. If you were to move your body for 5 minutes, when you wake up, push-ups. I mean, then you don't need a gym. You don't need equipment. All we want to do is create a habit and create a routine. That's it. 5 minutes, push-ups, squats, lunges, whatever it is, right? 5 minutes of reading. Read something, pick a book, and just, I would say something that is for your mindset, okay? Something that's for your mindset. And you can look up books like Emotional Intelligence 2.0, changed a whole crew of girls' minds and lives. I'm telling you, Latoya and I started a women's empowerment group in 2020 along with our girl Sonia. Wish she was on here. And changed our lives, changed our marriage, changed our relationship with our kids, changed our business. It changed everything. Emotional intelligence 2.0, love languages. Who's heard of love languages? Oh, there she is. There's Sonia. How come I can't see you? Oh. Love languages. Sonia, she helped us. I can't see you, girl. Um, love languages is amazing. Okay. You don't need it for a partner, you need it for yourself so that you know how to love yourself and how to tell people how you are loved. The 5 love languages. An incredible book. Incredible book. And if you are in for the freaking like big change when it comes to mindset, when it comes to finances, when it comes to changing your whole life, the laws of success. The Napoleon Hill laws of success. And I mean like the limited edition. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay, I love it. I loved how it's Think and Grow Rich is a great book. How to Win and Influence Friends is a great book. And you can listen to these on Audible, but we need something that we can read. Okay. We need something that we can read. And then now here comes the fun part, okay? Eating. Know what I say? It was working out, listening. Oh, writing. How many of us write? I mean daily. Anybody? Put your hand up. This this is the great beginning, okay? But we need to be like this. Me, I write. Okay? This is a great beginning. I want you to keep trying until you can say I write every day. Okay? Until you say you can write every day, you will see a change. Okay? Isn't it crazy? Were you raising your hand because you wanted to speak, Cara, or were you just answering my question?
I was answering your question
Okay.
that I read.
Okay. So writing is so important. It is so important. Like I never knew how to use my imagination. So as a kid, I was I was uh I was raised by a very stern woman and imagination basically was not allowed. How that's capable, um, it is. There's just things, words, actions that are taken that can really break like a child's imagination and the way that they think and feel. Um, my imagination was used for, I mean, for good things, for creative things. That's what I should say. Creative, uplifting things, life transforming. My imagination went to how to avoid how to avoid danger. So I was always creating dangerous situations in my head so that I could avoid them. Because the person that they raised me in a way that they thought was best, okay? And I was always having to think ahead as far as like what can I do to not make them mad. So I picked that up and I took that with me as I grew up. What writing did for me is it helped me to create imagination for things that I wanted for my future. I don't want a future filled with danger and fear and crazy stress. I want a future that's filled with love, my wife, and excitement and creativity and possibility. That's what I want a future. Who else wants a future that's filled with love, possibility, creativity, like abundance, whatever that is? If it's a farm with chickens and whatever, for me it's a little different. I want $1 million house on the north side of the beach, and I want to be able to invite my friends over and spoil them, and I want to be able to travel with my wife to the next island because I can and it's the weekend. Like that's the kind of life that I am creating for myself. And if it's important to write, even like the thing that stops us is ourselves. We think, oh, this is crazy, this will never happen. And all you're doing is writing. That's it. But yet we're too afraid to put pen to paper because of the nonsense that somebody else said. Because somebody once told you you dream too big or it's too crazy. Nobody has to read what you write but yourself. But it's crazy how we will end up seeing things start to change. Why? Because we're giving our brain a map when we write. Did you know that? When you write pen to paper, you give your mind a map, a direction to go. You know how I knew that when I realized it is when I wrote down what I wanted my body to look like. And then all of a sudden, I'm like this was this was last year. And all of a sudden, I'm like this freaking strong girl that carries her wife around and because she couldn't walk before. So I would have to carry her sometimes because she couldn't step on her feet. And I didn't realize that it was because I was writing down the woman in the body that I wanted and the things that I wanted to provide for my family. So you need to write. So writing, right? Write, and then eating. What you eat is so important. If you're, there are some people who are they could be considered successful who are you would look at them and you'd be like, wow, like you are so unhealthy. Okay. So unhealthy. You would look at them, they have the car, they have the house, they have the supposed family, but they're so unhealthy. I know for a fact that there is some sort of emotional or some sort of stress happening in their body because we are what we eat. And if we're eating unhealthy, we're creating stress in our body because our body functions off of nutrition and vitamins, hydration, and protein. That's what our body functions off of. You try to feed a freaking, what's a good car that everybody knows? A Ferrari, a G-Wagon, whatever your car is, right? If you try to feed that car regular or the cheap gas that's watered down, you'll ruin that car forever. Ever. It won't run right. It needs premium gas. Just like your body deserves premium. And premium to everybody is a little different. Okay, premium to everybody depending, on what is in your budget. But I'm telling you, our shakes, 30 mils, will provide all the vitamins and nutrients, not uncomparable to what you go and you buy to eat. So I want you to think about this. When you stop it. When you go out to eat, okay, I'm not knocking going out to eat, but all I'm saying is when you go out to eat, think about your favorite restaurant and where you go out to eat or where you like to go get fast food, okay? What do you get with that fast food? So I'm gonna say mine, okay? I love going to eat at Mexican restaurants. I love them. Love them, love them, love them, love them. And we get chips and salsa first, right? Chips and salsa, yay. And maybe an horchata. I don't drink, so horchata, sugar, rice, cinnamon. That's all horchata is, by the way. Cinnamon, sugar, and rice. And then the chips and salsa, those are like tortillas. Did you know you eat like freaking 10 tortillas before your meal comes? Corn tortillas when you eat chips and salsa. And then the salsa, tons of salt, vegetables. Used to think that was healthy for me. It still is if you make it right, less sodium. And then comes the plate. And baby, don't play with me when it comes to my green chile con carne, okay? Usually pork, high in fat, some protein, green chili sauce smothered with sodium. My cat is Ritzy, stop, bro. Um, Sodium, and then the beans. If I'm gonna go out to eat, I'm gonna do it right. Refried beans are refried with what? Who knows? Oil. No. No, what? Come on, Latinas. Use oil. Pig lard. Pig lard. Okay. And then we have the Mexican rice. Sazon, baby, all over. Okay. That plate probably cost me like $20. And don't forget my flour tortillas. Okay, $20. A shake. Five, it's like six, if I were to round it up, $6 a shake. And that provides a whole meal with nutrition. If you feel better and you have better results and you have more energy, you are more pulled to go out and do more for yourself. Okay? So next time we go out to eat and we think, do I want to go and spend when it comes to like the value of things, we have to start thinking about things as valuable when it comes to ourselves. So just saying, just food. That's it in general. And I know that takes a minute because maybe it took me a minute too. So making sure that you are implementing these things will change your lives. Who is willing to start implementing these 5 habits in their daily routine? Put a 5 in the chat if that's something that you're willing to start implementing. Working out, moving your body, okay? Moving your body could be even stretching. If you wake up in the morning and you just start stretching and moving your body, great. Okay? And then you can listen to something that is that's like educational, okay? Towards your future, towards your goals. We have so much at the tips like guys, if you ever wanted to become something that it was like, you're like, oh shoot, I didn't go to school, or I didn't do this, or I need that. You have YouTube that you can start listening. I'm not saying that's going to solve all, okay? But I'm saying you can start learning things by just listening to it. But the thing is we stop ourselves because we're like, oh, well, it's not legit, or somebody's gonna make fun of me, or somebody's gonna say something. We live our lives too much in the like, and I'm even talking about your spouses, okay? I'm saying it. I'm talking about your spouses, I'm talking about your partners, I'm talking about your kids, I'm talking about people in your life, your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, your cousin that you love so much. We take too much what they say too personal and let it dictate our lives. I want you to say this with me. I will never again let your stop, Latoya. I love you. Okay. I will never again let your opinion of what I want change what I ask for. Can you write that, babe, in the I will never again let your opinion of what I want change what I ask for. Never again. When I heard that, I took that to heart. And I made a promise to myself that I would never again allow someone else's opinion of what I want change what I ask for. And believe me, when you're changing and you're growing, people have opinions that suit them, not you. People will have things to say that work for them, not for you, and that's okay. Doesn't mean that you're wrong. Doesn't mean that they're right. Doesn't mean that you're right and they're wrong. It just means I have what I want. I know what I want. You have your opinion. That's cool. Take it with you. But I know what I want. And this is the part where we need to learn to not argue. We don't argue with people about what we want. We allow people to do what they do, and we keep working on ourselves and moving forward. If you have to sit there and argue with someone, you're wasting your time. Don't waste your time. Time is too valuable. You cannot get back an hour that you spent fighting with someone or arguing or debating with someone. You just can't. And it's inevitable. Sometimes you will have to have conversations with people, but you don't have to convince anyone. I'm telling you this from the depth of my heart. Like I said, I'm coming on this call like I've never come on a call before. Okay. I really am. Like I really want you all to speak up for yourselves. I'm not saying argue. I'm saying if the person has an opinion, leave it. Say you could be right and walk away. That's it. You could be right. I'm not going to argue with you. That's it. You don't say that to me, babe. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding. Okay. No, but she's had to use that line on me sometimes too. And she has. She's like, you could be right. And I'm like, okay. But alrighty, here we go. So please make sure you implement these in your daily routine. Okay. Morning, afternoon, creating a morning ritual, creating a morning habit is super important because it's how you're going to start your day. How you go to bed will determine how you wake up. How you go to bed will determine how you wake up. I know a lot of us, and I still have to tell myself, get off the dang phone. Get off the phone an hour before bed. You know what's a line that's helped me a lot? I am a creator, not a consumer. I am a creator, not a consumer. I'm a creator, not a consumer. Every time you find yourself scrolling and you haven't gone for your walk, or every time you find yourself stuck on a YouTube video and you yet haven't made your dinner, say, I'm a creator, not a consumer. I'm about to create the best life ever by going on that walk, by reading that book, by listening to that podcast, by eating that healthy meal, by having my shake, by drinking my water, by taking my products. I'm a creator, not a consumer. Alrighty. Oh, we already talked about it. Let's talk about this. Alrighty, wrapping it up. I did have a few more things, but I totally went off and now I can't even find my phone. Oh. So guys, nutrition is everything, okay? These are the products that I feel set me on this freaking vibe, this high, like this nutrition energy. It's okay, babe. Thank you. God's just like, wrap it up, girl. Okay, that put me on this like this mental state. So we have our beverage mix. Okay, our beverage mix has 15 grams of protein, no sugar, and it tastes like freaking Kool-Aid. Okay, you can make these into pops. You can drink it on the go. It's like a protein snack. It's this one right here. And we have the wild beverage mix and the peach mango. So delicious. Okay, these help me feel full and help me with like that. When I want to eat something sweet, that helps a lot. And then we have our CR7, y'all, vitamin B. I cannot express how much vitamin B is important to our mind. It helps with mental focus and energy. And plus the CR7 helps with hydration. We need electrolytes in our body to help our mind and our body function properly. And then we have the lift-offs. Y'all know if you have had a lift-off, put a 1 in the chat. The lift-offs, guys, are crucial. This has tons of vitamin B. And it also helps with energy and mental focus. So our NRG, our guarana tea, you guys have to try the hibiscus tea. Oh my gosh, it's delicious. The guarana tea helps with our mental focus and gives us a burst of energy. So let's say this one, I would take this one only before a workout or before 3 o'clock, before 5 o'clock. And this one I take whenever, because it just gives me a burst of energy enough to get me through what I need to get through, but I can still fall asleep. Now our sleep now. So sleep is important, right? Reduces stress if we learn to sleep properly. Sleep now helps you get all REMs of sleep, meaning it's not a sedative. It just helps you rest and it helps you hit all REMs of sleep. You have different stages of sleep and rest when you lay down for bed. Most of us do not hit the REMs of sleep that we need in order for our body and our mind to feel rested. Sleep now helps support that. Relax now helps you throughout the day. So you're not sleepy. It just helps you to calm your nerves so that you're able to still function and still think clearly. And of course, our number one is the number one Shake Hill healthy meal replacement. Did you know we're a healthy meal? Because we're the only shake that's an actual meal replacement. And our protein drink mix. Our protein drink mix is a must to the healthy meal replacement because it has vitamin K in there, which helps with the absorption of the meal replacement, okay? So those are if you want to take a screenshot of that, best products ever that help me feel great. So guys, who you hang out with and who you surround yourself with matters. So if you're here in Hawaii, we have our Shape Up coming up this Saturday. Make sure that you're registered, that you invite people, and that you connect with your friends and let them know, hey, there's something big happening on the island and I need you to be a part of it. Okay, if you're not in Hawaii, make sure that you get with your local leadership or the person that invited you, or create something and just bring people together to have fun and a great time, okay? And you know that March Challenge is open. So if you're someone who is interested in what we do and how we do it and how we help people, we're looking for coaches as well to help other people get healthy. But March Challenge is open, okay? Make sure that you register for the March Challenge. Get ready. If you're a preferred member, Kara just entered the challenge. Woo-hoo! And then join us for the next call next Sunday. You don't want to miss it. Why? Because we're going to be celebrating you guys, okay? We're going to be celebrating you, the people who entered the challenge and the people who completed the challenge or were in the challenge. This is what I ask of you. There will be pictures taken this Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, okay? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Start looking for the clothes that you wore the first before so that you can take them again. And this is what I ask of you, finish strong. Your mind records and remembers everything. If you finish and complete the challenge, your mind will then put like a big check, a big trophy, and say, we complete things. We complete things around here. And there will be such a feeling of just satisfaction for your mind and your body. And your body will now starts creating habits of, we like this feeling. This is what we celebrate, completing things. Okay. I hope you got something out of it. I hope that you learned something.